your first Destiny video older than that?
Well, I remember this bunch of like leaked Destiny concept art came out, so I decided to make a kind of montage of all the leaked concept art and put a bit of like generic creepy music over. That's what I decided to cover.
It's a good move.
Yeah.
When you started uploading concept art to YouTube, did you ever think concept art to YouTube? Did you ever think concept art to YouTube? Did you ever think that those early uploads would lead to a moment like today?
It was
That those early uploads would lead to a moment like today.
It was just me being a fan of the game. I mean, there's no way I could have like envisioned me chatting to you on a red carpet in front of the cameras, you know, in front of a Destiny 2 logo. So it's crazy. It's been really crazy.
So what's been your favorite aspect of being a member of the community all these years?
It's got to be the community itself. I've made some lifelong friends within the community. You know, coming to crazy events like this, feeling as if I'm a part of something special, something bigger. It feels like we're kind of making a bit of video game history here today. So it's just, I feel honored to be a part of it.
Guys like you are why we make games. So talk to me also about your clan. You've been a member of a Destiny clan that's to me also about your clan. You've been a member of a Destiny clan that's several years old now.
Yeah, it's called Peasant Guard, and we've been doing this since.
Si veis que es cambiado un poco de calidad es porque estoy haciendo desde el Twitch de la Play y se me va cambiando poco a poco la calidad. Que si lo hago desde la Twitch de PC, el Twitch en PC me va fatal, así que por eso estoy haciendo desde la Play y estos cambios de
and we are glad to have you here, and we are glad to have you here in
cambios
the audience.
de
Thank you so much for joining us early. As I said,
cambios tan repentinos. Bueno, como podéis ver el tiempo ahí anda, así que me voy a mutear hasta que empiece, así que no sé nada.
We interrupt the countdown timer to give you a behind-the-scenes look at the Destiny 2 gameplay reveal. Now, we've been all over the world to talk about this game. E3, Gamescom, 2 gameplay reveal. Now, we've been all over the world to talk about this game. E3, Gamescom, PlayStation Experience, just to name a few. And at every destination, it's been our friend Taryn Hutt from Activision, who has led fire teams to build and give them access to new content. Always good to see you, Taryn.
Great to see you, Deej. Excited to be here today.
So tell us a little bit about this space. This is so much more elaborate than the usual convention floor fortress. So tell us a little bit about this space. This is so much more elaborate than the usual convention floor fortress. Where exactly are we today?
It is, and I love it. It's ever so fitting. We are in Hawthorne, California, at the Jet Center, which is just outside the heart of LA. Couldn't be more excited to be here today and see this space. It was a completely raw, empty, transformed, and brought to life here today. We've hung walls, we've rigged lighting, we've been on the roof covering skylights. We've hung larger-than-life Hunter and Warlock banners, and are just so happy to be here and introduce the community to the world of Destiny 2.
Well, they're looking forward to this as well. I can certainly tell you that. We're going to have special guests in the audience today, and for the people that attend the event with us, give us just a sense of what we have in store for them.
We are ready for
We are ready for
this day. We've been wanting it to be here for so long, and Bungie is about to take the stage in just a few minutes to welcome you into this world. And I cannot say too much about it, but I know you're not going to want minutes to welcome you into this world. And I cannot say too much about it, but I know you're not going to want to miss it, and you definitely want to stay tuned in. But in addition to everything you have here behind us, we have a second hangar ready to unveil with over 140 gameplay stations, the first Traveler rigged from the ceiling, welcoming you into the space, and some of the most exclusive in-game weapons recreated and on display for you. And
the day is over and the event comes to an end. What happens to all of this?
Sadly, this comes down very quickly, becomes an aircraft hangar again tomorrow. We turn the page and we get ready very quickly. Becomes an aircraft hangar again tomorrow.
The countdown timer continues to tick down to 0. Please stay tuned.
Okay, so I'm in this super boring meeting about something. I'm in this super boring meeting about something. I don't know, wasn't paying attention. Then, boom! It was like an ugly contest where everyone was a winner. This one dude was all, raw, so I shot him. And then I shot this other one. Shot a couple extra guys, shot this other one. Shot a couple extra guys just to be safe. I did a lot of shooting, if I'm being totally honest. Then, they destroyed my favorite store. Second favorite. There's that spicy ramen shop. I'm getting sidetracked. Look, long story short, I get busy. And I'm thinking, I've got this, you know? When you I so did not have it. I guess you have to be there.
The pre-show countdown continues, Guardians. You could say that the Destiny 2 gameplay premiere awaits. I'm joined by Justin Massengill from PlayStation. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, Deej. I'm very excited to be here.
On your couch for many a live stream, you've interviewed me. Now the shoe is on the other foot. How does that feel? See, we're going to be playing Destiny on the PS4 Pro. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. Yeah, I can't.
Excited?
I'm very excited. Yeah, I can't wait to see what you guys have done with it.
So you play Destiny when you're not talking to the PlayStation community. You are a guardian in your spare time. How do you like to play Destiny?
I don't know if I'd say
to the PlayStation community. You are a guardian in your spare time. How do you like to play Destiny?
I don't know if I'd say spare time. I'd say it's most of my time at this point. I love to play Destiny, and my favorite part of the game has got to be the raids. Ever since my fire team and I first cracked the seal on the Vault of Glass, I haven't been able to get enough.
And what is your go-to class?
Gotta go with Warlock.
Gotta go with Warlock.
Go with Warlock.
Gotta go with Warlock.
Of course.
It's the only way to play.
You know what's up.
So, like I said, we're going to come in here. We're going to play Destiny. We're going to play Destiny in some different ways. What is the first shot that you in here? We're going to play Destiny. We're going to be absolutely a hard no.
Yeah.
But, you know, given the other wide range of options, what are some of the activities that you're hoping to experience before you leave the building today?
I'd really like to get my hands on some new Crucibles.
The activities that you're hoping to experience before you leave the building today?
I'd really like to get my hands on some new Crucibles. How it feels to a casual PvPer like myself.
That could be arranged.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think we can make that happen for you.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think we can make that happen for you. It's out. What did you bring for me?
I'm sorry it's not for you, Deej. We did bring something special, though.
All right. Well,
Bring something special, though.
all right. Well, it looks like this just became an I'm going to pass the microphone off to you.
So, yeah, we do have this Stay Tuned to PlayStation social channels. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, etc. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, etc., etc. You will find out later this summer how you can win this box, and the PS4 Pro contained therein. Look at that.
That's real nice. So if they follow you at PlayStation on Twitter, if they find you where you live on Twitter, if they find you where you live on Facebook, this too could be yours. But we have an aircraft hangar full of PS4 Pros today, and you'll see the entire venue. You know, we'll tease it right now, but if you look out across here, just PS4 Pros as far as the eye can see.
All of this will be mine someday.
Someday.
All of this will be mine someday.
Someday, all of this will be yours. Maybe in about an hour. All of this will be yours. Maybe in about an hour or two, you'll have access to all of this.
Please.
So we're looking forward to seeing.
Please.
So we're looking forward to seeing the people who are in attendance at this event getting a hand on controller. Some nice controlled hostilities right here in this space. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wouldn't be the same without you. And Destiny 2 gameplay premiere is rapidly approaching. Every time we break in on the countdown timer, it gets just a little bit closer. So stay tuned. We'll have more for you to watch, more people for you to meet before the time comes for you to see. We work at Bungie, are waiting for this live stream at a viewing party at Bungie. But I do have some teammates who are down here to experience the Destiny 2 gameplay premiere along with the community. And one of them is studio co-founder, chief creative officer, the game director for Destiny 1 and fellow Guardian, Jason Jones.
How's it going, Deej?
Glad to have you here. I would love to hear a story about some of the experiences that you have had, as a player of the game with the community.
Right on. So in Destiny 1, when we launched the game, we were really excited about it. We'd been playing it a lot. We thought people were going to love it, but we had no idea how people were going to react. And so when Destiny 1 launched, we were all online, the minute that it went live, and I started playing not with people from Bungie, but with people from the community. I accepted every friend request that I got, and I went blind into the raid with groups. So I wasn't blind, but I was pretending like I was blind. I never told anybody that I worked at Bungie, because that would have ruined the this joy that I was experiencing watching people see this for the first time. And anyway, there were many fun moments in that time. But I remember the first night that Xur showed up in the tower.
Yeah.
And we had been playing. I was in this group of three, and I don't know what we were doing, but we'd been playing all day, and people were talking about how they had to go to bed, and we went back to the tower to turn in our engrams. If you remember, like the original Xur experience, you'd never seen an exotic creepy guy in the tower that was showing you, this amazing stuff. And the group I was with started to freak out, and like one guy had enough strange coins to actually buy something, and he bought Mask of the Third Man and was running around. Freak out, and like one guy had enough strange coins to actually buy something, and he bought Mask of the Third Man and was running around the tower screaming with it on. And it was just an amazing experience to watch people enjoying this thing that we built. And yeah, I don't know, that's my story.
That's when it becomes real for us, right?
Yeah, right, absolutely. That's the only reason we do it. That's why it. Yeah, yes, right. That's exactly why it. Yeah, yes, right. That's exactly why it. Yeah, why it matters. Yeah.
So, as a player of the game, as a fan of the world that you had a hand in creating, what is this moment? What does this day mean to you?
I'll let the Destiny 2 team speak for themselves. They've done amazing work, and they're going to be showing it off in just a second. But I'm excited that we're one step closer today to me being able to play D2 as a player and have that same experience. Being able to play D2 as a player and have that same experience as a player and have that same experience all over again, going into the world fresh.
That's awesome.
Fresh.
That's awesome. And some of the people who are here in attendance today will also be playing, so we'll be sure to look over their shoulder and maybe get our first learnings about the world of Destiny 2. So the countdown continues. We are ever closer to the gameplay reveal for Destiny 2. Thanks so much. For the final act of this pre-show countdown, we're going to be joined by a Titan who just might sound familiar to you. You may recognize this pre-show countdown. We're going to be familiar to you. You may recognize him as a Baltimore City police lieutenant or maybe even the hotel concierge of the criminal underworld, but to millions of Guardians, Lance Reddick is the voice of Commander Zavala, leader of the city defenses and our Titan Vanguard. It is awesome to have you here with us today.
It's pretty awesome to be here.
So I want to talk to you about the character that you bring to life. When you approach the mic and you are Zavala, what influences your performance?
Well, I mean, wow, that's actually not that simple a question because in some ways it's a very technical process of doing voice acting for a video game. But to me, aside from actually doing Shakespeare, it's probably the most Shakespearean role I've ever played. He's very regal, he's very stoic, but at the same time, there's so much weight to everything he does. And so Directo and I interact a lot when I'm working on this game.
Is a hero, but Zavala is our leader. Like you were talking about Shakespearean heroes, Shakespearean kings. Is that where your mind goes when you're Zavala?
Yeah, I mean, to me, Shakespearean references when I'm joking, like when we were doing when I was doing the voice for the trailer, for this new iteration, I made a comment about, oh, this is a Henry V, this is the St. Christmas Day speech. Or yesterday, there was something about him being, I was doing a session yesterday, and I said, oh, this is the Hamlet version. So, yeah.
It's great that you're able to fall back on your...
And I said, oh, this is the Hamlet version. And I said, oh, this is the Hamlet version. So, yeah.
It's great that you're able to fall back on your studies in the classics. We've heard a little bit more from Zavala in the reveal for Destiny 2. We're going to hear we are moments away from learning what Zavala has to say about this next game. And before we do that, we're going to take a look one more time at the original reveal trailer for Destiny 2. But if fans of the game want to hear more from you, if they want to see more of your work, where else can they find you?
Well,
Well,
I'm on a series on Amazon called Bosch. The third season just dropped about a month ago. I'm on a series on Amazon called Bosch. The third season just about a month ago. I'm in a new series on Comedy Central. Air date Central. We don't have an air date yet, but we finished shooting the first season. It's called Corporate. We just finished shooting the first season in February. So that'll start to air in the next 6 months or so. And then I've got a film that called The Domestics. It's kind of a post-apocalyptic action thriller that's coming out sometime later this year.
Genre that you might know something about, huh?
Although the role I play, I'm interestingly enough, I get to do a lot more action than I usually get to do. So I'm really looking forward to that film coming out. Yeah.
Well, if you just don't get enough of Lance Reddick and Destiny...
We lost everything. The tower, the city, our home.
So, everything is gone. Your stuff, my stuff, your stuff, my stuff. Most importantly, my stuff.
Today we know our enemy.
Most importantly, my stuff.
Today we know our enemy. His name is...
Is it? I don't know. It's something with a G!
Go. I know it is time to avenge this injustice, for that is the duty of all injustice. For that is the duty of all guardians.
Worst case scenario.
For that is the duty of all guardians.
Worst case scenario, you die. But who knows? Maybe you won't. Scenario, you die. But who knows? Maybe you won't.
So I ask you.
Maybe you won't.
So I ask you, who will stand with me?
Yeah!
With me?
Yeah! Oh, really, guys?
That was inspiring.
Also, there will be a ton of loot!
chicos. Ya está. Ya puedo hablar, así que tengo bastantes problemas. Si no se me puede, si se me vuelve a reiniciar el ordenador, pues lo voy a subir resubido. Lo voy a hacer reaccionar fuera de cámara y todo esto se pondrá como pondrá el título de Countdown Fail. Porque me ha molestado bastante porque no puedo hacer. No puedo hacer. Venga, ya 4 minutos. 4 minutos. ¿Qué es ahí? 3 minutos más. Mucho ahí. Todos los que estáis entrando me gustaría que diráis su like. Aunque después si no estáis, me gustaría que le deis su like y nada. Vayamos a ver, solo os digo, aquí no lo solamente haya cosas que se repitan porque estoy haciendo el juego por el Twitch de la Play y va fatal. En el PC me va fatal, en la Play también me va un poco fatal. El único sitio donde me va bien Twitch es en el móvil. Y no es como para que haga el directo por el Twitch del móvil. Yo toco en el Twitch del móvil porque no puedo hacer o no sé cómo hacer, así que nada, 3 minutitos. Mucho hype. A Zabala, bueno, una parte de la entrevista a Zabala porque se me ha reiniciado el PC. Me ha salido al composer ahí la notificación del evento. Ya por si estaba en otra cosa, si estaba jugando así, no sé, para que me saliera esa notificación. Pues no se ha salido la notificación. Así sí ha salido. Se salió porque me ha salido un poco más tarde aquí. Y nada, son espectadores. Quiero ver cuántas personas hay. 3. Mucha gente.
what makes a guardian a guardian. We take our first breath with no memory of who we were, but memory of who we were, but to the light.
Después lo usan de los resuba, se hacen versiones y después lo resuba un poco más analizando.
And we live again. Something greater than ourselves. Ourselves. For as deep and wide as humanity's rivers have run, it has now been reduced to a precious few, needing something to believe in and a place to call home. This is what we have been called to. The future that we fight for. The future that we fight for. Future that we fight for. The future we will protect. Shaped by the fires of each new battle, we are forged and sharpened into what we must become for the fight ahead. And our great purpose here. But the day may come. But the day may come. He will be tested when all we hold dear is threatened. And then we will see what each of us is truly made of.
Mierda. Muy guapo, muy guapo. Esto muy guapo.
That day has arrived. That day we've been waiting for. We were talking about the slide setup for today. We've got a pretty cool presentation.
Lo estoy escuchando más tarde lo del juego. Porque sí,
estoy... Like a pretty cool presentation.
Porque me quiero asegurar que se me oiga bien.
What do you want to put behind you? Right up on the stage.
Por eso estoy escuchando el directo.
Big ass 2. Just yeah. Huge. Big ass 2. Just yeah. Huge. It's like the giant that you're gonna go to when we're done here this morning. It's over there to play. It's got all kinds of cool stuff in it. We think it's pretty amazing. I'm sure you're gonna tell us what you think about it too.
No voy a volver a hacer directo por a Play.
Read about it on Reddit.
Por a Play el tweet de Play.
To us, a sequel just represents an opportunity to start fresh. It represents a chance to welcome new players into our worlds, into the amazing Destiny community that we're all a part of. The second thing I'm going to talk about this morning, as I am the last barrier between you and seeing the game, is the vision for Destiny 2. As we've been building this game, there have been 3 things that are rattling around our heads. Just 3. Those are the things that the team and I are going to be talking about this morning and sharing with you. The first one is a world that pulls you in. This is about having a story you can relate to. It's about having characters that you want to hang out with, characters you want to work with. And this is about having enemies, of course, enemies you want to face. It's about the way we build our environments. At Bungie. We want to create experiences at Bungie. We want to create experiences that make you seek what's around every corner. That's the first part. The second thing is we want to build amazing things to do. And this is amazing part. The second thing is we want to build amazing things to do. And this is amazing to be 4v4. We've rebuilt the sandbox in a bunch of ways for smaller team formats. We've done this because we want to create a sense of mastery. In order to master anything, the third part here is cooperative. We have a ton of new public events. We have brand new strikes. And of course, there's a brand new raid. And we're going to show it right now. No, we're not. Of course, right? I talk about the raid last because it leads me to my third. Point this morning, which is about there's always someone to play with. This is a big one for us. The raids in Destiny 1, this is a big one for us. The raids in Destiny 1 couldn't be experienced by everyone. 50% of people who reached the level cap organized into fire teams and completed a raid. This is amazing. I think this is almost a miracle. Because whether you did it through your friends list or the community, that you formed or used out-of-game applications to build fire teams and take on these incredible challenges, or as I know, pull the network cable from Crota, I know, that's like a year one deep cut, Crota.
Que sí, que a jugar con gente.
That's like a year one deep cut. So, I know, that's like a year one deep cut. That means tons of players, 50%. Destiny 2's vision. Destiny 2's vision boils down to this really simple statement. It's a world I want to be in. When I go there, there's always amazing things for me to do. And if I want, there's always someone for me to Bungie and our partners at Activision. Thank you so much to the people in the audience who made the trip. Thank you so much to the people. Thank you so much to the people in the audience who made the trip. Thank you so much to the people out of the chat spamming Senpai or whatever who made the trip. Thank you so much to the people who made the trip. Thank you so much to the people out of the chat spamming Senpai or whatever the emotes the kids are using these days. I don't know. I'm too old for that. And to everyone else who spent any time in our worlds, thank you. The wait is over. This is Destiny 2, and this is Homecoming.
Okay.
Cora, if you tell me this is a practical joke,
¿Cómo han
well, Kill's
cambiado?
going to say it, but I would be really impressed.
Impressing you, Cade, is the...
Zavala, this is my serious face. Can't you tell?
Ikora, what have you got?
Someone or something has sabotaged this. Nothing.
Well, that's good.
Nothing.
Well, that's good, right?
No.
I mean,
they're not there. There are no satellites.
Creo que saturado.
And that's not good.
Battle stations! Everyone with me, now!
Mira, estaba usando la cúpula. ¿Qué es la pistola dorada? ¿Qué te usa la pistola dorada? Es más trailer que gameplay. La nave de los cabal. Cabal. La flota
this line until the last civilian is safely away.
No dices, este es el hook. Oye, se ve. No me digas que en este sí tendrás gente ayudándote. Gente ayudándote, tendrás gente ayudándote que sea NPC. NPCs ayudándote. Tendrás NPCs ayudándote. ¿Quién se está jugando? Directo es mucho mejor que parece es que ambos creo que es Espero. Parece que creo que es anulado. ¿Qué narices?
The shutters is away, but the speaker, he never made it. I'm going to look for him.
Go with Ikora. Find the speaker.
We're on it, Commander. We're on it, Commander.
Ikora, the speaker is gone. Red Legion, you will take no more from us, and you will find no mercy in me.
Shield find the speaker. We need to move on that command. Shield find the speaker. We need to move on that command. Now head to the North Tower. I'm sending Commander Holiday to pick you up.
La puerta que nunca sabemos a dónde llevaba. La puerta que nunca sabemos a dónde llevaba. Voy a hacer... ¿Qué no es esa? Esa creo que ya estaba entrada, pero no me metió. La fecha de
Zavala, picked up that Guardian you never shut up about?
Get them on that command ship. Now!
Come on, big guy. Do something. Do something. All right, Guardian. All right, Guardian. Time to kick him where it
No le
hurts.
cambies volante ahora. No. Dios mío, que lo voy a tener que resubir Lo voy a resubir, pero en un vídeo aparte, comentándolo mejor por el día, porque estoy... No puedo decir esta palabra, no sé cómo describirlo.
Okay, the shield generator should be at the bottom of the ship.
Low on ammo. Old flaming fist. Trap burning out. Low on ammo. Old flaming fist. Trap burning out. Anyone heard from Akora? Johnson, she went for the speaker. Form up! On me! Speaker! Form up! On me!
Qué guapa, en serio, qué guapa. ¿Qué es esa? ¿Te deja? ¿Qué es esto? No es que se quita.
The shield generator should be straight ahead.
El icono de la Legión Roja.
Your journey ends here.
Ese ahí al final era Gaú. Qué épico, me ha encantado. Me 10 de 10. Me ha gustado más que el de
If the giant burning 2 isn't enough of a clue, spoilers, we lose. Spoilers, we lose. Spoilers, we lose. Despite the awesomeness of the Dawnblade we just looked at, we're defeated in our backyard. Okay. And it's all taken by Dominus Gaul, the leader of the Red Legion, who's all taken by Dominus Gaul, the leader of the Red Legion who you just got introduced to at the end. Gaul, the leader of the Red Legion who you just got introduced to at the end. Gaul, or Gary, as he's sometimes referred to. Gaul is here for a simple reason. He's been raised since he was just like a little turtle, just a little guy, to believe that he and the Red Legion should have been chosen to receive the Traveler's power. Gaul believes in a better class of Guardian. He's here because he believes the Traveler, in choosing us, made the wrong choice, and intends to show the Traveler the error of its ways. Humanity, us, we're just in the way. The game opens with loss. The game opens with loss and becomes a game about recovery. Recover your powers. Become strong again. Reclaim your connection to the Traveler and find powerful new gear, weapons, armor. Powerful new gear, weapons, armor. Recover the Vanguard. Those 3 characters we just saw. Zavala, Cade. It's way better. Ikor is angry. The Warlocks who value so much of their connection to the Traveler and knowledge, one of those 2 things has been taken away. So in her rage, she's fled. We have to find her. And then Cade, sort of plucky hunter leader. Cade goes off and does the least expected thing of all. He goes off and tries to be a hero. And what happens next is pretty expected, because it goes totally sideways. Let's take a closer look at the game scenario and the things you're going to chase in Destiny 2. Game scenario and the things you're going to chase in Destiny 2.
Hey, you two, give me a sec. Zavala's doing the hero thing in the plaza. Me? I've got a date with whoever's behind the hero thing in the plaza. Me? I've got a date with whoever's behind this. It'll be a short date.
Destiny 2 tells a brand new story. What happens when a world full of superheroes loses their powers, their history, and home?
Since Destiny 1 release, there's been no foe that they can stand before and not tip over.
Their history and home.
Since Destiny 1 release, there's been no foe that they can stand before and not tip over. Whether it's Crota, Oryx, spider monsters, whatever. But in the opening of Destiny 2, spider monsters, whatever.
Dominus Gall is a Cabal warlord who has brought with him the Red Legion and has come to our system to take the Traveler's powers, the light, take it for himself.
Gall's jealous. He wants to have the light. He wants to be chosen.
Gall is a different villain. He's not a psychopath who just wants to erase humanity off the face of the earth. Gall is a different villain. He's not a psychopath who just wants to erase humanity off the face of the earth. He's not a psychopath who just wants to... Feels like this is something that is owed to him because of everything he's been through.
He's a villain who you're like...
Is owed to him because of everything he's been through.
He's a villain who you're like, yeah, this guy kind of has his stuff together. He's more like Alan Rickman's character from Die Hard. Like, minus all the Britishness. Alan Rickman's character from Die Hard.
After itself, the Traveler is put in a cage, and in an instant, all Guardians lose their light. All Guardians lose their light. Unexpected and irreversible. You can no longer go back to the tower. You can no longer even walk. All you can do is stumble.
Nobody expected that light.
All you can do is stumble.
Nobody expected that light could be taken away once it was given.
The city has been lost and the Vanguard's been cast. The city has been lost and the Vanguard's been cast out. And you are the hero of this story. Whether you're a Titan, a Warlock, or Hunter, whether you're a Titan, a Warlock, or Hunter, you have to go out and...
Destiny 2 has an all-new cinematic campaign.
There's more cinematics than we've ever had before. There's more cinematics than we've ever had before.
How long before the fleet's combat ready?
And more story missions. There's quests, there's adventures, there's gonna be people talking to you.
Let's bring them home, you and I.
There's quests, there's adventures, there's gonna be people talking to you.
Let's bring them home, you and I.
All new worlds to explore. We've got cooperative strikes for 3 play.
Fusion rifles and sniper rifles and grenade launcher. In that energy slot and the kinetic slot, you can have the same weapons. You can have the same weapons. The new weapon plan was designed to provide players with more freedom and more choice to use the stuff that they love.
Each character has these new supers, and they're really changing the way it feels to play the game. We have the Dawnblade.
You can cast your super, you got your sword, and you're flying over everyone, and you can just rain down fire, phoenix, projectiles that just decimate people.
And you have the Sentinel. The Sentinel is a Titan, and he is able to summon a shield that he can just knock his opponents out with. We can throw a shield and just bang it off dudes' heads. We can throw a shield and just bang it off dudes' heads. And then you have the Arc Strife and wield it like a crazy acrobat, cracking enemies in the head. It's awesome. The idea of losing your home and being cast out and the lengths that you go to get it back, it's all tied together to be something that's really meaningful.
The sense of starting as an underdog and climbing to a great height is really fun.
Destiny 2 is the place where we get to reach back out to everyone who could enjoy a sweet first-person shooter in a future world with giant awesome aliens to fight and gear to chase and powers to use. With giant awesome aliens to fight and gear to chase and powers to use and say, come check this world out. Come get invested in this world and in this story.
All right. Are you guys ready to check these worlds out? All right. Are you guys ready to check these worlds out? Yeah. Are you guys ready to check these worlds out? Yeah. You're going to applause after every sentence. You're going to applause after every sentence. I'm going to be up here for a while. This is what we get to do up here for a while. This is what we get to do. We get to build worlds. Solo player. He loves the campaign. He loves story missions. He patrols the wild as a lone wolf. Patrols the wild as a lone wolf. And he loves it. I think I said that a few times. My youngest likes to compete. He's always in the crucible. You guys likes to compete. He's always in the crucible. You guys know the feeling. He's also in a clan. Know the feeling. He's also in a clan that he raids with. So I'm not going to tell you how old he is because he's already better than me. And so I'm not going to tell you how old he is because he's already better than me. And he reminds me about it all the time. He's already better than me. And he reminds me about it all the time. Hey, Dad, look what I got today. Check me out. You guys know what it's like, right?
Está hablando sobre sus hijos. Que
and I'm like, I got to go into work the next day and deal with another child in my life, Luke Smith. And he's like, guess what I got last night? Check me out. That's my best Luke Smith impression. The point is, there's a lot to do in Destiny. And it's this variety to do in Destiny. And it's this variety to do in Destiny. And it's this variety that can appeal to all of us, right? In any type of mood that we're in. And now we've added more. Destiny 2, there's more to do than there's more to do than any game we've ever made at Bungie. So we're going to start with what's coming back. We start with a brand new story, the Red War campaign, and you're going to get to play it for yourselves. The cooperative missions, you guys can play with your friends if you have them, or Guardians you haven't met yet, or Guardians you haven't met yet in matchmaking. We've got a new strike. It's called the Inverted Spire. It's called the Inverted Spire. And you guys are going to get to play that today, too. Yeah. It's going to take you to one of the new worlds, Nessus, through Red Legion territory and into a Vex stronghold, where you're going to fight a 3-stage boss. It's pretty sweet.
Yo no voy a ver nada, ninguno que.
And then there's the Crucible. Yeah, I was going to ask. PvP players, thanks. A competitive multiplayer, the place that brings you into combat with the most dreaded opponents in the world of Destiny. You guys. Like Luke said, we've made some big changes to the Crucible in Destiny 2. We're building it, We're building it for PvP players. It's now 4v4 across all the game modes for PvP players. It's now 4v4 across all the game modes. Yeah. The new HUD, it's got information about your opponents, like whether they have their super ready, whether they picked up power ammo, all towards the same goal, to make it an experience that's easy to get into, but it's hard to it's hard to master. Yeah. Master. Yeah. Today we're introducing one of the brands in Destiny. Internally, we've had some pretty intense play tests. And today, you guys are going to get to play that too. So, yeah. 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 So take a look around. Because these are your teammates and your opponents. That's right. Of course.
Dios mío, qué mal me da, qué mal me va.
Any day. Any day. Of course, we have a brand new raid.
Right.
Yeah. Raid. Yeah. And we're going to show it to you later. The pinnacle activity, the biggest challenge a Guardian can face.
La raid.
Anyone that's ever completed one of these knows they're mysteries for you guys to solve together on your own. So we're going to leave that to solve together on your own. So we're going to leave that till a later day. And then there's another area that we've made really big improvements to, we're really excited about. Exploring the worlds. And then there's another area that we've made really big improvements to, we're really excited about. Exploring the worlds. Yeah. Without going to orbit. Yeah. It's my favorite place to go in Destiny.
Fatal, si queréis iros, que no me importa, la verdad. Si lo queréis ver mejor, iros a otro canal o por Twitch.
Ambient encounters, materials and chests for you to find, public events that now have heroic objectives, but now they're adventures. Treasure maps for you to follow. Lost sectors for you to discover. Just choose a landing zone and the rest is up to you. You're going to meet new characters in the world. They have their own story to tell. They're going to send you on those side missions, adventures. The adventures are filled with new mechanics, new encounters. They're going to take you to new places. And each have their own rewards that's going to make your guardian stronger. These same characters are also going to mark your map with mysterious locations to discover. With mysterious locations to discover. These we call lost sectors. When you descend into these dungeons, you're going to find a cache of treasure and a boss that holds the key. Yeah. Yeah. All of this is going to be easier to find. These activities are the foundation of Destiny 2. And we're going to take you to all new places to do them. 4 brand new worlds. Worlds filled with mystery, adventures, and new characters to meet. But the team can show you these worlds better than I can. So let's check out the new worlds of Destiny 2.
We have these incredible worlds to explore. There are all new destinations, new planets with incredible spaces and secrets hidden. Now we have stuff tucked around every corner, under every locked door. There's something there for you to find.
The map is a huge part of this new player experience for Destiny.
Now you can actually go directly from one planet to another planet without going to orbit first. You can just open the Director, pick your new destination, and go straight there. Open the Director, pick your pattern, and as a player, it's your job to go out to these mysterious destinations and gather them back together. And everywhere you go, it's about growing more powerful and learning how to go back and take back your home from the all. How to go back and take back your home from the all.
One of the first destinations that you're going to go to is the European Dead Zone. This is an incredible place. The largest destination we've ever built, easily, maybe by a factor of 2. And we have found a refuge where we've built a camp.
It's the place where humanity stops fleeing, and it's where they decide to, plant a flag, stops fleeing, and it's where they decide to, start getting strong again.
One of our new worlds is Titan. It's a moon of Saturn.
If the light...
One of our new worlds is Titan. One of our new worlds is Titan. It's a moon of Saturn.
If the light can find its way back to you, then perhaps there is hope for us all.
That's where Zavala chooses to go, to heal his wounds and to recover from the assault and the defeat that he's just suffered.
It's this incredible methane ocean. It's this incredible methane ocean with 40-meter-high waves, and there's an old human utopia there that's sinking into the ocean.
These huge monolithic structures constructed by...
It's been
totally occupied by the Vex. They have transformed it almost entirely into one of their machine worlds.
It has its own native vegetation, and the landscape has these incredible canyons that are actually based off of this word I will mispronounce called Tepui, just like these Brazilian plateaus. And then we go to Io, which is plateaus. And then we go to Io, which is this sort of sulfuric yellow moon of Jupiter.
Io is the last place in our solar system that the traveler touched before the collapse happened.
And you can imagine that a place where the traveler once appeared has a bunch of mythology and lore and mystery surrounding it.
It's a very sacred place to guardians, and particularly warlocks, and particularly like Korra.
This is where I return.
Particularly warlocks, and particularly like Korra.
This is where I return.
Para los hechiceros es muy importante.
All the best stories in my personal gaming history have involved other people. From bonding with my own brothers to leading my own guilds and running games are the best medium for bringing different people together. And now at Bungie, I'm surrounded by so many different people. Who have very similar stories. And it's an absolute privilege to be part of a studio who cares deeply about bringing people together and building communities in the games that we create. The last 3 years has been an amazing experience watching Destiny launch and seeing our communities form. 3 years has been an